Mattel showed up big on my doorstep late last week. It hasn't been released yet, but if you are at all interested in this, you better be on top of it because Mattel announced their WWE Comic Con exclusive. Now, last year they had, I think I have it here, yes. Last year they had this amazing Ultimate Sergeant Slaughter exclusive. It was the first Ultimate Edition exclusive that came in the box. Then you open it and the packaging and everything. There's accessories down here. I've only got one. That's why I haven't opened it. I need to get another one, to tell you the truth. The year before that, there was an exclusive Mr. T figure. It was the first Mattel Mr. T figure, and it was in this incredible packaging. The year before that, so 3 years ago or 4 years ago, it was the Slim Jim Macho Man. And I honestly, like, as much as I like the Slaughter, and as much as I like the Mr. T figure from 2 years ago, I kind of was like, okay, Mattel's just never going to beat the Slim Jim Macho Man. And I honestly think that they did it this year. This is the exclusive. It's going to be available at San Diego Comic-Con if you're going in person. If not, then I want to say the 22nd. I don't know. You can check Mattel Creations for all the dates, but it is going up on MattelCreations.com. It's going to sell out immediately, so jump on there and try to get it because it's not going to last. It is an Ultimate Edition Rip and Zeus, Hulk Hogan and Zeus 2-pack. And the box, this No Holds Barred is, of course, the film that, it was WWE's first dip into filmmaking where Hulk Hogan played this wrestler named Rip. It was very, very similar to Hulk Hogan in his style, except he wore blue and white instead of red and yellow. And at one point, the TV executives were trying to control him. And at one point, he grabbed the TV executives by the lapels, and he was threatening him. And the guy goes, and Hogan goes, "What's that smell?" And the guy starts crying, and he goes, "Dookie." The reason I bring that up is because one of the heads, Hulk Hogan comes with 3 heads. This figure has 3 different heads with 3 different facial expressions on it. And one of the facial expressions is the "I smell dookie" face. But No Holds Barred was, of course, released theatrically in the late 80s. Then, and this really lets you know how wild things were in the 80s. Rip was obviously a fictional character based on Hulk Hogan. Zeus was a completely fictional character played by Tiny Lister, who would go on to be Debo from Friday, and he was the very intimidating convict in The Dark Knight who threw the bridge blow-up bomb out the window. But most people know him as Debo. Or Zeus from No Holds Barred. And once it was out of theaters, WWE decided to put on a pay-per-view. And it was called No Holds Barred, the movie, the match. And you would buy it on pay-per-view. It would be like $20. And at a house show, they literally did Hulk Hogan versus Zeus. As if Zeus, it's like it's Jack Slater from The Last Action Hero jumping right out of the screen and into real life. Zeus, the character from the movie, was in the WWE to wrestle Hulk Hogan. So you would watch this movie, a fictional movie, and then right after the movie on pay-per-view, the match would come on, and it would be like a steel cage match, and it's Hulk Hogan versus Zeus. So not only does Rip have to get through him, but now Hogan does. And then, of course, Zeus would also take part in SummerSlam 1989 when it was Hogan and Macho, the Mega Powers, versus Zeus and Ted DiBiase, I believe. And then Zeus might have had something to do with Survivor Series 89 that year as well, before trailing off into the sunset. But this 2-pack is absolutely Zeus from the film, as it's Rip as well from the film. And it's shaped like a giant VHS box. Obviously, it's much bigger than a standard VHS because it's a Ultimate Edition 2-pack. But then you open up the box, and the inside... Now, the figures aren't in this anymore because I already opened them up. I'll show them to you. The figures are on the inside. It looks like a VHS tape on the inside. And then you pull down the VHS tape, and there are the figures inside, and there's a background that looks like the TV studio, and the base, it's a cardboard base that's pictured with the fringe, the silver fringe that the two stood on in the TV studio in the movie. But inside that base are all the accessories that this thing comes with. I'm talking extra hands. I think Zeus has 2 heads. Hogan has 3 heads. They each have removable headbands. Hogan has the championship title that Rip wore in the movie, which is the white winged eagle. Rip's got the removable shirt. Zeus has the removable jacket. Zeus has like a couple of sets of hands. So here's Zeus. And he really is unbelievable. He's got the Z shaved into his head. He comes with this removable jacket and everything. And I mean, I just can't get enough of the fact that this figure even exists. He's big. He's intimidating. He's got his belt that's removable. The headband is removable. And he's got one face scan where he's like just looking very intimidating. And then the other face scan is the kind of screaming, Zeus face scan. And then, of course, the other figure in this 2-pack is Hulk Hogan as Rip. He's got the Tearaway Rip 'em t-shirt. And this is like the coolest part to me. Of course, he's got the blue boots, the white knee pads. He's got the Rip 'em headband that's removable. He's got one head that's him like smiling like this. He's got one head looking serious. And then, as I said, he's got the other head that he's making the face that smells like Dookie. He's got the removable cross on, everything. But what I love is the hand. So, Rip, for whatever reason, Hogan never used it. No other wrestler used it. But Rip had a Rip 'em hand gesture. And it was basically the Jimmy Snuka, I love you, except the index finger was bent at the knuckle. So that's how you do Rip 'em, brother. And the Rip figure actually comes with 2 hands that are in the Rip 'em, brother symbol. I mean, to me, they've actually done it. They've gone ahead and they've beaten Slim Jim Macho Man. I don't know where they'll go from here. I don't know how Mattel beats this, but I'll tell you right now. I opened this one because I had to get it open. I mean, it's too cool. I'm absolutely going to Comic-Con. The first step that I take before they have me shoot anything is going right to the booth and saying, I need to buy at least 1, if not 2 more of these 2-packs. And then I might try to get another one online anyway because they're going to be so great. But I love them. Mattel, like, knocked it out of the park with these. It's awesome.